Greetings. I'm Tangelica Cox. I have the pleasure of speaking with Taalik, Ibn'rad, and he has a movement slash ministry by the name of the Reality Temple on Earth. And I had the pleasure of speaking with him for several hours today. And I think it's only fair that I do a reaction video to the conversation. And the conversation was on various topics, which was basically centered around African quote-unquote consciousness. And he was a real deep brother, very down to earth, very approachable. He didn't carry himself like a know-it-all. Someone you could talk to and really listen to you. It was such an honor to finally meet somebody over the internet that has an ear to listen, and not only an ear to listen, but will take full action on what they stand for. And I appreciated having that conversation with you, and I do look forward to working with you.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. He's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Watch as we pray. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Ashe, Ashe. In fact, I tend to the garden of the mind and the pool of the soul daily, praying ceaselessly with boldness, casting my cares on the provider of all things. The protection I have is truth based in wisdom, mission being to eradicate ignorance. With persistent due diligence, I step on devils. As holy breath speaks the straight path to eternal life, whom shall I fear? This is much more than rhetorical acrobatics set to rhythm. Our work is an in-depth analysis into the houses built where the soul resides with precision. As J. Dave says, balance is
I would like to have a debate, because this is a topic that we should speak of, and I would like to understand, I would like to know exactly how strong an argument that I can make in defense of this position. What is the position that you wish to defend, my brother? I wish to defend the position, my claim, that I call a fact, not a belief, but a fact, and I am supported by nature itself. If you study nature, that it is the female that should be the leader, is the female that should be the head of household. It is the woman that should be leading humanity and not the man. I have said this on many occasions, and I'm pretty sure many men who believe the opposite. I have yet to receive a valid, credible, real, rebuttal, debunk, refute of this conclusion. And I wonder why. Nature does not support your claim that men are the heads of household. Nature, when you look at the majority of life on this planet, even plant life, it is that female part of the plant, is that female in nature that life rallies around. Without that female, nothing else can continue to come into existence, because you must have a womb in order to come into this life. There must be some kind of vessel in order to bring anything where a seed can lay, and that seed produce eventually a new life to place on this planet. No male can do that. You can help. The Bible is a lie. The female is not a helpmate to man. Man is a helpmate to the woman. And you are very happy to help put that baby in her womb. Just the thought of it, laying down with her, having her body, that turns you on. Don't have to beg, y'all. Don't have to pay you nothing. You happy to go to bed with her. What I have noticed is that it seems as though the male, and it does not make any difference what the race is. It makes no difference if you're Chinese or Asian or so-called black, Caucasian, whatever. It makes no difference about the race. Somewhere in time, somewhere in history, the male gender decided, I'm going to take her place. Why do you want to take the leadership role from the woman, male? It is because, and you see this right now in the behavior of the male gender, there is a jealousy. Listen, there is a jealousy of men toward women. And the jealousy stems from the fact that they see that life rallies around the woman. And they want that praise. They want that honor that the woman gets. The first one who gets praise, the first one who gets honor in the family is mama. Daddy is last. And daddy don't like that. What about me? What about me? I help. I'm the daddy. Nature don't give a damn about daddy. Nature only cares about that which is going to bring life onto this planet. The only thing that you can do is help. And you do a sad job at doing that. Helping. You want that praise. Daddy has to ask for praise. You can't stand women getting any praise and honor like she deserves. So there is a Mother's Day. What about the daddy? What about Father's Day? You can't stand that her children, you can't stand the fact that the life that she brought into the world from her womb, that they lived in for 9 months, you can't handle the fact that they want to honor and praise that which brought them into life. The average man can't handle it. What about me? I'm your daddy. I'm the father. So there is a jealousy. Somewhere in time, the male decided, I'm going to change places. I heard in ancient Kemet, or even prior to Kemet, the word that we know of as king used to mean female also. A female could also be a king. But when the male decided to switch roles with the female, he created what we call queen, because the queen is going to be an inferior. It's always better to have a king, not a queen. But at one time, the female was also a king. Something happened somewhere in time and they traded places, and the human family has been living in hell ever since, with countless wars, rape, child molestation, the destruction of this planet. Nothing on this, no life on this planet has been safe since men have taken over. I don't have to debate. I don't have to argue. We live in during the time of men, and all that we have known is men in leadership positions throughout time. And you tell me, what do you see? Endless wars, murder, imprisonment, rape, child molestation, homosexuality, abnormal behavior when men have taken the leadership role. You show me in history where that happened with women in leadership. You can't, because the same way that the Caucasian pink races destroy or put on the down low the history of and the accomplishments of what dark-skinned people have done on this planet, so have the male gender hidden from us and keep secret what women have done, what females have done under their rulership. But see, I pay attention because just recently, during the economic crisis, y'all remember that? 2008, 2009, just recently? Under the leadership of men, there was an economic crisis. But did you know that the nations that was led by women, they did not have an economic crisis? I wonder why is that? And that's just recently. This tells me and gives me a sign that I am on the right path as far as this topic is concerned. You have women with 5 children, 6 children, who make 10 times less than the average man, but she's able to take care of all of her children without a damn man. Many of them go to college and do whatever, but she takes care of her babies with little or nothing, and you have thousands and thousands of dollars, and you can barely pay your bills. These men. Do you know why there's endless wars? Do you know why these guys are so violent? It is because they are going to use their power to force you to praise them. So we're going to have Father's Day. You're going to honor the father. I'm going to create a religion. I'm going to force it on the people so that the woman and everybody begin to praise men. You're going to force people to praise you. But even when it's said and done, they still praise Mother, the mother of Jesus. You still can't get out of it. You have to beg for praise. Women don't have to beg for praise and honor. They are the mother. The first love, the first one they know of is their mother. And these pitiful, pathetic pieces of garbage, these men want that praise. So they will blow you up. They will murder you. They will destroy this planet because I want to honor, I want the praise that you've given Mother. So this is why they have no problem destroying Mother Earth. Because Mother Earth is a representation of the female that they really don't like. So it's no shock that the first homosexuals, chances are they was men, because they don't want nothing really to do with women, but they know without the female, they can no longer exist. I use her to reproduce more men, and I will love a man and fall in love with that man's backside. Oh, woo! Y'all disgusting. This woman, and when I talk about females, the first thing coming in your mind is these women on the street. Y'all call them hairhead hooligans and ratchets, bitches and whore. That's these women that you see walking around is the result after being exploited and destroyed by the men that's supposed to protect them. But instead of protecting the woman, you became jealous, and now the only thing you want to do is view her as your inferior and try to destroy her. And this is what you have, this is what you see all throughout history. The female is powerful. The woman actually carries life. And to carry life means you are carrying a soul. You are a vessel that life lives in. That is the reason why, even in the cases of rape, a woman in her right state of mind, it's very difficult for her to make the decision to abort her child, even in the case of rape, because she has a connection to life. And a crime was committed against her, that's true, but she is dedicated to life. But she listens to the destroyer of life, which is this male. So all over this country, all around the earth, this male has places so that she can go and kill her womb. Even when you look at animals, I had a pet dog, and one of her first puppies was stillborn. In other words, the first puppy was dead. She treated that dead puppy the same way she treated the live puppy. That's the way it is with the female. She is the essence of life, and you are jealous. The men, we are jealous of that. Not me. I love her. I don't need no praise. I don't need no honor. I'm here to help the female. That's my role. That's my job. And I'm perfectly capable, and I'm fine with that. I don't need praise and honor. But you're going to get it. But it's not the type you want. You want her position. You can't have her position. To take her position means you are doing something abnormal. As a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I was taught. The messenger taught us, a man does not look good until he looks good in the eyes of a woman. Wow, that's a powerful statement if you really think about it. Unfortunately, Elijah Muhammad comes from a religious background, and that religion is called Islam. And Islam is a proven oppressor of women on this planet, wherever you go. There is nothing, and maybe many of you have not experienced. There's nothing like when a woman falls in love with you. Yes, she gets the praise. Yes, she is in this position. But when this woman falls in love with you, listen to me. If you never listen to me ever again, listen to what I'm telling us as men. You don't have to be jealous of her. She's going to share her praise and her honor with you for being that protector, for being that comforter, for doing what you're supposed to do in this life for her. There's nothing like the love when a woman falls in love with you. Some of y'all have experienced that, and you take advantage of her, and you abuse her, and you exploit her, and she's actually in love with you, would do anything for you. That's why a lot of sisters are drug addicts and alcoholics, following behind silly, corrupt, ignorant men. Oh, baby, here, take a drink of that. Here, smoke a cigarette. And she's willing to do anything that you want because she done fall in love with you. But now we are all freaks. We are abnormal. We are outside of the realm of nature. So if you want things to change, things must change for not only for black folks, not only for Caucasian, not for any particular people on this planet. Things must change, and this attitude must change as far as humanity is concerned. Because all of us have women. All of us have girls. And we have to take them out of this mindset of being a servant, looking at themselves as some sex symbols, pieces of meat, strippers and prostitutes. You're going to have to put them back where they belong. And she'll put you in your place. Stop being jealous. It's not for you. Michael Jackson was the lead singer of the Jackson 5. That's just the way that it was. It make no sense for Tito to be jealous, or Jermaine, or whatever. That's just how it was. But they all became superstars behind Micah. We are all superstars behind our women and our girls. Be a man. Train our boys. Teach our boys to respect this woman. She's not a whore. She's not a bitch. She's not a ratchet. She's none of these different things. That's the crap that men cause her to be. She is your mother. She is the only God that we will ever really know. Not no God in no sky. Not no God in a tree or whatever. She's the only God we will really ever know. So until these other gods prove themselves, I'm perfectly fine to worship, if you call it worship, and praise and honor and protect and be with my woman. I honor my mother and my aunts and my sisters, the females of this planet. My mind is liberated. I know who you are, black woman. Do you know who you are? Peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call, excuse me, of what I call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am your host, gatekeeper of this program, known here on social media, and I am also your soul brother number one, Angel Snub Nub 7. Man. Yes. I am angry. I'm upset, disappointed, frustrated, all those things. And I'll tell you why. Have you ever been angry and upset about something, but there's nothing that you can do about it? You are raising children, and your children are just not doing the right thing. But you've done your job. You taught them the best you could. You sent them to the best schools. You've done everything in your power, but your children will not do right to save their lives. And in a lot of cases, their mistakes cost them their life. And sometimes you blame yourself, but what can you do? There's nothing that you could do. These people are adults. They are grown. There's nothing that you can do. In fact, I could switch this around. There are people I'm probably could say the same thing about me. That Negro, I told him not to do this. I told him not to do that. And that's true. There is advice. There is suggestions that I wish in the past that I had taken that advice, and a situation may not have even happened that was very negative in my life. However, we live and we learn. But social media is cool, and just talking to a friend that you can trust is cool, because we cannot allow these frustrations, disappointments, this stress to build up in ourselves. As you know, high blood pressure is one of the main killers in the soul community. And a lot of it comes from the bad food we eat, but it also comes from the stress from daily living under racism and our general interaction with our families and other people of soul that can be stressful. Y'all know what I'm saying. What do I want to get off my chest? I want to say this. What brings me to this topic is that as many of you know, I come from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I was a member under the guidance of Louis Farrakhan when I was a teenager, and I have relatives right now who are followers of Louis Farrakhan. What makes me so angry this morning is that most of my family members now, they are old and retired, and they are now living on fixed incomes and whatever. And I watch them, now listen to me, see, this is what makes me angry. I watch them struggle with their bills, and they say, I don't have enough money to do this. I wish I had the money to do that. What gets me angry as fire, what really grinds my gears is the fact that my relatives gave this man, Louis Farrakhan, thousands, I'm not talking about $1,000, thousands of dollars. They paid this man $1,000 just to sit at the table and eat with this man. Let me tell you something about me. First of all, I was never a follower of Louis Farrakhan. I was recruited to assist you in trying to bring back the old teachings of Elijah Muhammad, something that you did not do and had no intent to do. And when I began to see all this, it was time for me to go. I never was a follower of Louis Farrakhan. I didn't know who Louis Farrakhan was until the 1980s. I wanted to follow Elijah Muhammad. I had no intent to follow Louis Farrakhan, but my relatives, they follow and view Louis Farrakhan as some kind of God and Savior. I never viewed Louis Farrakhan as some God and Savior. And one thing I was smart enough to never do, I gave a little charity, but I'm not going to support Louis Farrakhan, his family, his children, grandchildren, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that. It pisses me off because I have relatives, they are retired, they struggling with their bills, I don't have money to do this. You gave this man thousands and thousands of dollars. If you had saved and kept some of that for yourself, if not all of it for yourself, you would be much better off. But you so infatuated with this man. You so in love with this man. This man gonna do this and do that. What did you? You have been giving this man thousands of dollars since the 1980s. They have nothing to show for it. The teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad tell us that we are supposed to do for ourselves. So you tell me what Minister Farrakhan has done for himself except beg you and me for donations to take care of him. Is begging doing for yourself? If begging is a part of doing for self, I can do that easily. So what? Anybody can beg. That's doing for, actually, begging is doing for yourself. And Louis Farrakhan has become a millionaire, and according to my research, Louis Farrakhan is worth at least almost $4 million being a good beggar. Because my family members and other people right now to this day give this man begging, a parasite of the black community, because I did not benefit, my relatives did not benefit from nothing he done. My community has benefit nothing from anything he has done. You keep talking about, oh, we got a farm. My relatives have not ate not one watermelon, one squash, They have gotten nothing from the nation of Islam. Not even a free bean pie. Nothing at all. Now they sit around and look stupid juggling their bills because now they're on a fixed income. There's an old saying, if you see a fool, knock his head. And that's what Louis Farrakhan has done. Talking about do for yourself. What does his family do? What does his wife do for a living? His daughters, his sons, grandchildren, all the people that's around him that you see all the time. Y'all taking care of all these people. And what are you getting back in return? Absolutely nothing except some pretty speeches. Justice or else what? Or else Louis Farrakhan would be homeless. That's the or else. There is nothing you have gotten. Oh, he taught me how to eat to live. He taught me I was a drunk in the street and whatever. So you owe this man your life because he taught you how to eat to live because you was drinking and smoking and now you don't. So you owe this man and you need to take care of his family and his friends for the rest of their lives. So now, there's nothing I can do about it. But my relatives look so, they sound and look so pathetic and pitiful. They don't have the money they used to have to give to this man. Louis Farrakhan said in a speech, I'm the freest man on the planet. My followers take good care of me. They take good care of his wife, his children, the dog and the cat and all the roaches in the house too. And y'all actually go for this. I don't understand the mind. You keep talking about I'm a free black man. If you're a free black man, if you're a free soul sister and a free soul brother, y'all still behaving, why are y'all still acting and behaving just like slaves? That's all I see is a bunch of slaves. Black slaves following massa. Your massa is no longer a pink man. Now your massa is this fella. He's divine. Divine to do what? There is supposed to be a benefit in any relationship. When a man and woman gives a benefit to the woman, there's a benefit to the man. If there is no benefit to the woman, if there's no benefit to the man in this relationship, somebody is a slave. In nature, you see the ant and this little honeydew, and there's a relationship between them, but there's a benefit. The ant protects the honeydew beetle, and the honeydew beetle gives something like a milk to the ant. There's a benefit to the ant. There's a benefit to this aphid beetle, whatever the hell it is. There is supposed to be a benefit. If I'm supposed to be good or whatever, obey God, the benefit is I go to heaven. There's a benefit. What is the benefit of you giving this man thousands and thousands of dollars? Now you on a fixed income and talking about, I wish I had the money to do this. I wish I had. You had the money. You gave it away because some fool knocked your head. Then you want to try to get angry at somebody like me because I'm going to talk about it. And you feel like a damn fool, and you should feel like a damn fool, and you look like a damn fool. Because somebody has made a fool out of you. They live in the good life. And you run around wondering how you're going to pay your electric bill, your gas bill. Put oil in your car, whatever. Oh, I don't get it. This ministry does not represent that. If you supported me the way y'all done do Louis Farrakhan, I guarantee you, all of you who do the work, all of you who really are sincere and support this ministry, if I lose, if I have, you will have. If you can't have it, I don't want it. That's my philosophy. I'm not going to run around talking about I'm the freest man in the world. No, I'm going to be saying we all are free in this world. That's my mentality. If you want that other mentality, so be it. There's nothing I can do about it. Y'all grown folks. You do what you want to. But I know coming here is the best option. Because right here, I really want what I want for my brother, I want for myself. If I have a red shirt, I want you to have one. If I have $5 in my pocket, you don't have $5, I want you to have $5 in your pocket for real. And I'm not going to sleep good at night till you get $5 in your pocket. I'm not going to run around in the public talking about, look at this $5 I got. And all my brothers and sisters, y'all are lacking. Struggling. No, that's not how it works. And that's not how the real teaching, if you study the teachings, that's not how it's supposed to work. But people become corrupt. They become materialistic. You become their slave. And they really believe the hype that they are divine and get caught up in all this celebrity garbage. I'm interested in team members. I'm not interested in followers. I'm not trying to convert you to nothing. I want us all to be liberated and free from an oppressor. I want us to be soul brothers and sisters. I want you to be given life. Life is not a fancy car. Life is not these material things, celebrity and fame. Life is the love of life, the respect of life. Loving the fact that I'm surrounded by love, brothers and sisters of soul. Because you are the essence of life. Y'all need to stop following these deceivers, these charismatic charlatans, because that's what they are. But if you don't want nothing, and you are satisfied with nothing, then, well, enjoy yourself. Ooh. Well. Now, when I start a video like this, many of you who have watched this program that I call The Realities Tip on Earth, you know something really grinds my gears. I have this on my chest. I got to get it off. Woo! These people make... This is a rant video. You know this is a rant video. Brother, what are you about to rant about? I want to talk about... I don't mean to be I don't like being I'm tongue-tied. I hate that. Because I really don't feel like making video, but I have the time. And I just have to do it, so I'm gonna. I'm really tongue-tied because I have a lot to say, and this grinds my gears. So just bear with me. And these blind followers of Umar Johnson, woo that. Let me just say what I have to say, cause woo. What sister say? Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. I posted my video lecture, The Inevitable Fall of Dr. Umar Johnson. It's right here on YouTube, right here on Facebook. But on Facebook, I had to break the video lecture in 3 parts, and I posted part 3 when I shared my video. And I posted some comments, and then at the end of the comments, just some brief comments, and at the end of the comments I said, do not listen. I said, do not comment unless you listen to the full video lecture. Don't you know these idiots, by the ton, they started making comments, didn't listen to nothing, barely listened to part 3. How are you going to determine or understand what is happening in a movie if you started watching in the middle of the movie? This is part 3 of number 5. Part 3 of 5. So that means you are missing part 1, part 2, 4, and 5. But these idiots, now mind you, they are supposed to be so intelligent. Intelligence tells us that we should study the whole viewpoint before we make a comment. That's the intelligent thing to do. But clearly, these idiots are not. See, they are disrespectful, so I'm going to have to go the same route. Well, brother, you don't have, I'm going to go the same route. You come crazy with me, talking crazy with me, I'm going to talk crazy with you. You want to act idiot, you want to be ignorant, I can get down with the best of you. Matter of fact, I guarantee you, when you want to act silly, when you want to be disrespectful, when you want to joke and make mockery and degrade, I can do it better than you can. You can believe that. I asked these bozos clearly, do not comment unless you listen to the full video. I don't want to listen to all. Well, you need to shut your damn mouth. Go on about your business somewhere. When I listen to Dr. Umar Johnson, I listen to his speech from the very beginning to the end. That's why I know what the hell I'm talking about. I watched the interview with Roland Martin from the beginning to the end. That's how you do things. That's how you make proper judgment. And you just don't run your mouth. You study. And you are non-biased and you listen to what is going on. The problem here is you have a bunch of idiots, blind followers, non-thinkers, a bunch of slaves, think as far as they're concerned, their massa is being attacked. Massa Johnson being attacked. We got to come to his defense. Now, but you do it in ignorance. Because if you did it in the correct manner, maybe you could show me the error of my ways, if indeed I am in error, and I can accept that. But when you're dealing with idiots, they don't think that way, but they are supposed to be so intelligent. But how can persons like this be so intelligent when I am going to show you and present to you a bunch of questions these idiots, these trifling ass niggas, like Dr. Johnson would call them, these trifling ass niggas, these questions that don't even come to their mind because they are so focused on emotion and something sound good. Just because something sound good, just because something look good, don't mean that it's good. Umar Johnson has an anger problem. He's out in prime time and he has an anger problem. He does not know how to answer questions and interact with people who are counter what he represents without getting all angry and upset. So just like I said, when he only had $250,000, these trifling ass niggas, they only gave me $250,000. No, Negro, no, I don't have to give you nothing. You should be happy for whatever you get. And these fools, that's just goes to show you. Here you are, a man disrespect you like that, and you still giving him money. I was about to send this man a $100 donation. Then this came on the internet. Out of his mouth, they only gave me $250,000. These trifling ass niggas. Guess what? This nigga ain't gonna give you a dime. Not gonna be a fool like that. And I'm glad I waited because there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. The man has an anger problem. He has a severe character flaw. Not only is he representing a school, he's representing the children, he's representing the people that's supposed to be behind him in the school. But clearly, he's a good representation because they all a bunch of need anger management, bunch of idiots and bozos and clowns. Silly, silly, childish, supposed to be adults. This man called a person a coon on national TV. That's supposed to be a good thing. Here you are using the word coon. Where you get it from? Dr. Umar Johnson did not make it up himself. He got it from his slave massa. But yet and still, this man is a coon, and you using the slave massa word. What that make you? That make you a coon too. It takes one to know one. That's what I was told. Now, of course, y'all saw the video. This intelligent man with 6 different degrees, so he claims. You see how he went off on Sarah Sutanseti, and how he talked about this light-skinned brother and whatever. That shows you I got more melanin than you do. You know, all this crazy stuff. I heard him go off on a person that was calling in on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. And then he was talking about, oh, we need to go to the elders and ask the elders this and ask the elders that. Then he turns around, these elders disrespect me or whatever the problem was. The man is confused. He has an anger problem. He does not have his act together. His thoughts are not complete. His agenda is not complete. Then you get angry because people ask you something about what you're talking about, you believe, and you don't know how to answer. You are the prince of Pan-Africanism, and Pan-Africanism is a concept. It does not exist. So what are you the prince of? Pan-Africanism don't have nothing to do with the people on the continent of Africa. They don't know what the hell you're talking about. In fact, they are not interested in unity among those on the continent. They are not, never have been interested. That's a concept that was created and born and fed right here in the United States. The people of the continent of Africa don't know what the hell you're talking about with your Pan-Africanism, black power, and all this other crap y'all keep feeding on. Don't mean nothing. Didn't do nothing for you back then. It was tried and it failed, and you trying it and it's gonna fail right now. Oh, brother, you been negative. I'm telling you the truth, and you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to accept the reality of things. I am not going to wish bad on nobody. However, I don't care what your intent is. I don't care how sincere you are. If you're not a basketball player, you're not a basketball player. It doesn't make any sense for you to go out on the floor knowing you can't shoot no ball, can't dribble, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get 18. How you gonna get 18 points and you can't even dribble the damn ball? I'm gonna show you that Dr. Umar Johnson can't even dribble the ball. But y'all just clapping like he's an NBA star, like he's Michael Jordan or somebody on the basketball court. Here are some questions that you need to answer. Valid, credible questions. Besides, he has an anger problem, because he do, whether you like it or not. You don't have to call nobody a coon. The only thing, Dr. Johnson, he's a psychologist. He's a psychologist. He's a psychologist. He should know better. But he don't know how to control his own anger. But he's a psychologist. The only thing Dr. Johnson had to do was say, look, sir, that's very disrespectful that you call me a liar, because you don't know me. And ask the host, hey, this man called me a liar. Deal with it that way. But to run around talking about, you're a coon. What is this? That's not the Maury show. This is not Jerry Springer. He's not ready for prime time. He does not know how to go in an environment that is not pro him. You knew you was not ambushed, Dr. Johnson. You knew that you was going into a hostile environment. But you want your face on TV. You want to run your mouth. And these people shown the world exactly what you are. Your followers, these blind followers, who won't ask you these questions, they don't care because they are just emotional. Oh, I believe in Dr. Well, I can believe I can fly. I really doubt if I get on a building, that's going to happen. Okay, let's go through these items that you need to ask. There is no proposal for the school. Anything that anybody does professionally, you put down on paper. Where is Dr. Johnson's proposal so that everybody can see it, including the people that don't like you? Let's see the proposal. Put it on paper. What is the estimates of this project? Who are the accountants working with you and other experts involved in the project? We know that Dr. Johnson is not qualified to do all these things. What city, what state, what county is approving you of your project? Well, nobody can approve you of your project because you have no building. You have not even broken ground. But when it gets to that point, somebody who is going to approve that you can have this school wherever you want to have it, because it can be denied. Dr. Umar Johnson has no experience building a school. He has no experience managing a school. Dr. Johnson claims to have 6 type of credentials, degrees or whatever. He has never managed a business. He has never owned a business. The only thing he has done, get his degrees and beg the white man for a job. That's what Dr. Johnson has done. And he's begging you for money. He's a professional beggar. Maybe I should not say it like that, but when you look at it, I mean, that's what you have done. You're begging people for donations, and basically we beg somebody to hire us for a job so we can take care of ourselves. As far as I'm concerned, hell, I'm a beggar too. I beg for a job. So what? That's the reality of it. This man has all these degrees, all these credentials, but he has yet to make a job for himself. He has no independent psychiatric business of his own, but he's going to run a school. Again, what are the operating costs of this venture? How are you going to, what is your plan to seek a source of income to cover your operating costs? Where is the money coming from? How are you going to do all this? What happens, Dr. Umar Johnson? What if you get very, very sick? What if you die? What's going to happen to the project, Dr. Umar? Who else is involved? Who's going to take over the project? Who's going to make sure that this school get built? What's going to happen to the $700,000 if something happens to you? Is it going to go to your baby mama and your children? What's going to happen? I mean, come on, let's talk about this. Let's get real. Now, Dr. Johnson says, I don't want no government money. Where do you think your donations come from? The majority of the people that's donating to your school project that you will not be able to pull off, they are working, most of them are working on these cracker jobs. You know it and I know it. So, but you can't take government money. Why can't you take government money? They take our money every day. We pay the government taxes. Why not try to get some of that money back so it can benefit your people? You damn fool! I'm sorry to go up, but that sounds so stupid. If I write up a proposal and submit it to the government and they give me $1 million, you think I'm not going to take that $1 million? Then they're going to talk about, well, it comes with strings. When they give me that money, them strings going to get cut. I don't care if I never get another dime of government money. I'm going to do what I want to do with this money. When they put it in my hands, it's in my hands. Well, brother, they might assassinate you. Well, I'll be assassinated, but we will be spending their money. That's how I feel about it. But he don't want no government money. We need to think. Now, you don't want to listen to my video. You don't want to understand how I came to my conclusion. If you have a car that runs through a tunnel, the car goes in clean and comes out dirty. An intelligent person wants to know, why is this car dirty? You want to know how did this car end up this way? So you want to call me a coon, and you want to call me these names and all this, but you don't want to try to understand, why do I think like this? Why am I coming up? How am I coming up with these conclusions, these thoughts? Maybe you can help me out, but you so emotional, you so sick in the mind. The only thing you see, this man talking about my massa. I'm going to defend my massa. I got your back, massa. Dr. Umar Johnson even made a video. I'm so happy y'all defend me. I have been on social media since 2007. I have a nice many group of people who don't mind defending Angel Snub Nub 7. But the majority of my people remain quiet because I'm perfectly capable of defending this roster, this ministry, this post. I appreciate it, but I don't need your help, because everything that I present here is well thought out. I know exactly what I represent. I might not know exactly what you represent, but I know everything here. But if I'm going to debate you, if you're going to try to attack me, then I need to know my enemy. So the only thing you can do with me, because you don't know me, is you a coon and you are Asian and all this other foolishness. But you don't have the intelligence to help a brother. Maybe I'm misguided. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Help a brother out. But everything that I've just said right now in this video is 1000% on point. And if you want to help Dr. Johnson, help him get on the right path, help him get real, and y'all will be successful. Currently on the path that you are on, it is inevitable that you will fail and then look like a fool. Then we won't hear your damn mouth no more. All of y'all will be silent. And guess what? Yes, I will. I will say, I told you so. Jot down your comments.